are three, but tonight there are only two colleagues. They will present you their prepared speeches. In the second part, we will invite you to join us on the stage to improv speeches. And in the third part, we will have a series of evaluations. Every Toastmaster meeting has a Toastmaster, which tonight is me, a team, and a question, which I asked my colleagues. Tonight's question is, what is your favorite movie and why? I would like to invite the second host of tonight's evening, which is the general evaluator who coordinates the team of evaluators, who answered me tonight's questions like this. My favorite movie is The Wolf of Wall Street. It has Leonardo DiCaprio snorting cocaine from prostitute ass. That says it all. Please give a round of applause to Sebastian Hirodian.
Ken Blanchard said, feedback is the breakfast of champions. Do you agree with it? Raise your hand if you do. Really? I guess the rest of you skips breakfast, no? But I urge you not to skip feedback, because each and every one of us is limited by our own perception. And by receiving feedback and other opinions from other people, we can improve ourselves. And tonight we have three different evaluators. The speech evaluators, which will evaluate each of the prepared speech individually. We have the technical evaluators, timer, grammarian, and a counter. And we have you, the audience, which can give feedback through our application Sleep Window, which will be reminded by the Toastmaster at the time. And now I would like to invite the first technical evaluator, the timer, Corina Rosu, which answered the evening question. A counter, sorry. Corina Rosu, which answered the question like this. My favorite movie is The Brand New Testament, a French movie filled with good humor, but also with an important lesson about life. In your applause, Corina.
Besides the catching subject, the second most important thing when we are speaking in public is our capacity to speak fluently and as clear as possible. But sometimes it happens to us to be nervous, to get distracted, or to have to forget what we want to say. And in these cases, our tendency is to lean on filler words, to say interjections, or to repeat words. So my role for this evening is to encourage a fluent speaking. And I will listen carefully every speaker that comes in front of us, and I will count down any repeated words, interjections, or filler words. And at the end of the meeting, I will give you my reward for everyone. Good luck.
Now, the second technical evaluator is the second technical evaluator is the grammarian Valentin Vashati, who answered the following the question like this. Eurotrip, I love this movie. Take every single prejudice you can imagine about Europe and exploit it to the absolute limit and beyond. In your applause, Valentin.
Thank you. My name is Valentin. I'm going to be the grammarian for tonight. So I have more objectives I have to accomplish. The first one is to choose a word of the evening that is dastardly. I don't know if you know this word. There's a cartoon with Muddy and Dastardly. Anyways, Dastardly means wicked and cruel, being cowardly, taking cruel actions. An example would be Caligula was really dastardly in his way of being. He would have orgies and parties, and when it was time to go out there and conquer the land, he would just fake battles and come back home victorious. That's a dastardly behavior. Another objective of mine tonight is to pay close attention to the way speakers and other technical roles speak tonight. So I'll be very careful misuse of English, and I will highlight expressions or phrases that I really enjoyed and find them really nice. So I will present my important guest of the meeting. Thank you.
Now, our final technical evaluator is the timer Cluj, which answered the question. Forrest Gump, because the movie is full of stories with pinches of romance, historical themes, controversy, action, and for the unforgettable remark. Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. Your applause.
Fugit irreparabile tempus. Don't run away. It's in Latin language. I will translate for you and said something like this: time ran away without catch them after. It's from poet Virgilius, who said that in the poem. My role for this evening is to report, to indicate, and to record. All the information came from you about the time. So, important speeches should be focused on this time management, because the time goes away without coming back. And I have 3 cards, and for each of them, for each speaker will be here, I will show this card. And for prepared speeches, I will show green card when 2 minutes left for the speech. Yellow card when it's left 1 minute from the speech, and when time is out, will be red. You will see red in front of you. For speech evaluator, they have 3 minutes, and I will show green card when 2 minutes go away, yellow card when at 1 minute, and red card time is out. For general evaluator FM grammarian, I will show the cards like this. 3 minutes after will remain go 3 minutes, and I will show yellow card when 4 minutes passed, and red card when the speech should be finished. And for impromptu speeches, they have 2 minutes, and I'll show you green card at 1 minute, yellow card 1 minute 30, and red card 2 minutes. I will come back with my report at the end of the evening, and now please.
Now, I would like to invite I would like to invite George, Toastmasters, but not before I tell you the answer for the evening question. The answer that we gave. My favorite movie is The Matrix because it reminds me to keep an open eye for everything. In your applause, George.
Okay, those were the rules for tonight's meeting, and we'll keep with the first session, the prepared speeches. Our first speaker is Iona Rusu, who is at her first project from the Pathways Presentation Mastery, the Icebreaker. Her answer to our question is, my favorite movie is Mr. Bones, because it's the best comedy and has a lot of action. Her speech title is Secondary Bomb. In your applause, Yona Russo.
Thank you. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. 1986. Does anybody present here know what even was in 1986? What marked World of War? You know. Yes. There was Chernobyl. Today everybody talk about Chernobyl, but in a negative way. 3 weeks ago I met a lady and she talked about her nephew and how he was born with a heart condition. And she said that she doesn't know the reason. I only pronounced the word Chernobyl, and she immediately said, that was it. And she went on and on about this motive. In fact, let me explain exactly what happened at Chernobyl. In Ukraine exploded a nuclear power plant. This is like a bomb. A bomb exploded. A bomb is composed of many other secondary bombs, which triggers the main one. Also, there may be other secondary bombs that trigger it only after the main are, but these secondary bombs are more positive. We as humans are positive or negative, depending on what we talk about, negative or positive. If we fuel the brain with positive information, it results in being more positive ourselves. But if we feed our brain with negativity, we also become more negative. So, the same year, 4 days after the explosion, the secondary bomb was being prepared, and we will call it the laughter bomb. This secondary bomb is me. I still remember how people would say when I burst into laughter that your mother made you while laughing. Due to this fact, I consider myself secondary bomb of the Chernobyl here because I have the capacity of triggering a laughter bomb in any situation. I will demonstrate it. You can see. You can see. You can imagine the place in a cross of these two colors, red and blue. There we place the secondary bomb. Our body is secondary bomb for each of us. And if our body catch if our body catch an emotional impact positive, he can laugh, and this is named the laughter bomb, secondary bomb. And if our body take impact negative, we can cry, and we will name the secondary bomb of crying, and left an empty space for our subconscious will be full of laughter. And I have a present for you. I composed a song, and I want to sing together. I am the secondary bomb. You are the secondary bomb. Depending. If you want to do, if you want to say, if you want to think, and if you want to play, if it's positive or negative. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Here at Toastmasters, we have a custom that we leave a feedback for every speaker. So if you will look at the left corner of your agenda, you will see an application, sleep.dot. The password is TMCJ, and you can give Jonna your opinion, an idea of what she did good and what she can improve. You have 1 minute to do that. Meanwhile, I will do it as well. More seconds. And we should get ready for the next speaker. Our second speaker is Petre Curuian. once whose favorite movie, you will never guess, is Rambo. Because this guy never disappoints. He always is the only one alive at the end of the movie. He's at the project, he's at project level 1. His speech title is Operational Matrix. Please, a big round of applause, Petre Curial.
So, operational metrics. I'm going to tell you something about what an operational metric is, and we're going to deep dive in a couple of examples that can be used in ToastmastersCluj, because we are the Toastmasters. And why you should listen to me. Frankly, you don't have a choice now. And also because you will understand what an operational metric is, how can you benefit from it, and you'll understand why you have objectives at work, if you have objectives, and why your managers at the end of the month just compile numbers and add them to nice presentations and present to the board. This is why you should listen to me. But what are operational metrics? So operational metrics are a quantifiable value that express a business or a process performance on a finite or a definite time. I mean a definite time. So what do I mean by that? So it says on operational metrics tells you if your process or your business is successful or is efficient in a specific time. It's very important to be specific. So to give you an example, for me to be here, I just went to speak and I applied for a speech, and our Vice President of Education just approved my speech, me and Ivana's speech, and this is why I'm here. This is a process. Is this efficient? This is not for me to decide. It's just, if we have a metric of this, we could define what's good or bad and decide if it's efficient or not. Now that we have a definition of operational metric, we can go and take 4 examples, if I have time to 5, and deep dive in a couple of examples that can help Toastmasters to become better. Because why not? We're here to grow. I'm mostly interested in metrics in IT area, but for today I chose something that could apply to Toastmasters. And those are 2 metrics for membership, or for membership team, and 2 for education. I will start with one that I chose those that can be helpful for us. And the first one that I'll mention about is absenteeism rate. What is that? It's very simple. Is the amount or the percentage of absenteeism in the club. What do I mean by that? If I am missing club meetings, I'm an absentee, and if I'm missing a lot of meetings, I may not pay my membership fees, or I may not benefit from the education in the club, and so on and so forth. And this is an indicator that some members will not continue the club. Why is this important for us? Because in the past we had the tendency to just find out in end of March or end of September that some members will not continue us. And this metric can help us understand those persons before when the membership fees are due, and for the membership team to just help them reintegrate in the club. Another metric would be overtime. Why do I mean by overtime? It's very easy in your company, but for Toastmasters, you can define a metric for overtime saying like the amount of time you spend working for the club over the amount of time you expect. So for example, if you expect to work for Toastmasters for 1 hour, preparing speeches, so on and so forth, and if you do 2 hours a week, you have 1 hour overtime. Why I think this is important, this is something related to my past experience in my vice president of education and president in the club, we did a lot of work when I was in the board. Why? Because we had a tendency to reinvent the wheel every time. This is something that we tend to do, and this is a lot of work, and this is a very complex club. We have over 40 members, almost all the time, and that adds a lot of work, and in time, I felt the burden of being in the club. And after I finished my presidency, I just needed a month to just get a break, take a break. This may be a reason why we don't have so many old members in the club. Old members. Because if you just go and take leadership positions, you work a lot, and working a lot, you just burn yourself out, and you just take a break longer. I will swiftly go to membership, to education operational metrics, and I'll ask you first if you have objectives at work. Do you have objectives at work? Perfect. So, do you have objectives of Toastmasters? Did you add those objectives to Easy Speak? 1%. Perfect. So why should you do that? Firstly, because it will help you. So Easy Speak will tell you how many speeches, for example, you need to have to meet your goal. And also will help the education team to just facilitate you that you have the chance to take those speeches. Because, as I mentioned before, our Vice President of Education needs to approve those speeches every week. And also, they can have their own metrics saying, okay, the education team is efficient if 95% of club members just achieve their goals. This is why you have objectives. And why do you have objectives at work? And you need them here. Because by having objectives, you meet your goals. And I'm going to fast forward, go to the next metric, which is my very favorite. If you just talk to me in the past, is called DCP, and this is related to Toastmasters. And this is how Toastmasters measures a proficient club. If you are speaking about education, 6 points from 10, or 9 now, are related to education. I'm going to speak about the old education model because it was more mature, and I'm sure in a couple of 1 year or two, the new one will have the same idea. So, in the past, you have, in order to be distinguished, president distinguished at Toastmasters, you had 2 competent leader points, you had 2 competent communicator points, and you also had 2 advanced communicators. What that mean? What that meant? So when you entered the club, you started automatically competent communicator, manual, and competent leader. So that meant that you entered the club and you had an objective. But after you finished competent communicator, what then? So you had the advanced manuals. So that meant that in one club to be distinguished, president distinguished, you needed to have all the members to have something to learn in their journey. That was a good club. So my time is up, so I'll close here with a saying from the one that was considered the father of modern management, Peter Drucker, and he said what can be measured can be achieved. And he is also the one that invented the idea of management by objective. So, to summarize, we talked about operational metrics and what they are, and we discussed about 4 operational metrics that can be applied to ToastmastersCluj, namely the measurement by objectives, the DCP points, the overtime hours, overtime rate, and I remember the 4th one, which was absence.
Wow, interesting. So that was the first part. How do you feel? How do you enjoy tonight? Cool.
It will depend on the objective.
panel objective. Excellent. Please, as I don't forget, please bring out your phone and let's give Petre our feedback. We have 1 minute for that, and after that, we move on. We have a few seconds left. I can bring it to a close. So, we are continuing with the second part of tonight's meeting, which is the improv speeches. I will soon invite our improv speeches table topics master moderator, who is Adrian, whose favorite movie is A Beautiful Mind. He said, "Can't explain why. I saw the movie many times and it had a great impact on me. Every time I was watching it, it was like for the first time." Please join, please welcome Adrian Mileșan.
Hi guys, cheer up. We are not at the funeral. At least I'm not dead, I think. Do you know what I have here?
Stars.
Because this evening topic, the topic of the meeting, couldn't be more appropriate for this section. Now, I'm the director. These are the stars, the Hollywood stars with the topic. And like one beautiful person who won even the international Toastmaster contest said, I see something in you. In every one of you, I see a possible stars. I, the director of this section, will invite you to choose one star. I don't let you include the topics. I let you choose one star. You could read the topic. I can lie. Subject 1, 2, 3, and then to say whatever I want. You choose your star, and then I will let you shine here in the front of the public. What are you saying? I will wait you. I'll take your names. I have 7 speeches, 7 topics for the impromptu speeches, and I wait you. I could find even others if there are more persons who want. Thank you very much. It seems like we have some brave actors here, the colleagues who want to shine. And let's call the first, who will be. The next one is Dragos. Let's give him
Jumps.
okay, please. You want to watch the Formula 1 race Monte Carlo Grand Prix. Your girlfriend wants to watch a romantic movie. How you convince her that the Formula One race is the better choice.
So have you ever had one of those, moments when you're with your significant other and you want to watch something, and she wants to watch something totally different?
Yes.
So, yeah, tough decisions, right? I mean, you don't want to miss something as cool as a Formula One race, but you know what would expect you for the following days if you didn't. So what do you do? Well, I'll tell you what I would do. I would just try to tell my lovely girlfriend, which hopefully exists, that, look, what is that? Alright, look, it's all about perspective. I mean, yeah, sure, it's a romantic movie, and I know all girls like that and so on and so on. But look at Formula One races. Isn't it romantic how those helmets fit in their heads like a glove? Isn't it romantic how they, sometimes kiss their cars so dramatically? Isn't it romantic how they, bump into the side of the road like a gracious animal? I don't know what animal bumps to the side of the road. And at the end of the day, let's watch a movie because I know what awakening feelings. Thank you.
The next one will be Florin. Tell me your favorite cinema star. Tell me who is your favorite cinema star. Try to imitate him.
It just remind me that actually Wolf of Wall Street is a very nice movie, but I cannot imitate Leonardo DiCaprio in that scene that you made earlier. So, I mean, not alone, so I need to pick somebody else, maybe. I like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, get down! There is a bomb! I don't know. Or I like that guy in 300. This is Sparta! But I have no idea what is his name. Yeah, exactly. That. Okay. I like Rambo also. Oh, no, Sylvester Stallone, but not in Rambo movie, but in Rocky. So I need to fight somebody. or not, it's okay, either way, because it's very hard to carry me outside. If I lose, then it will be harder to carry me outside. So, what if I like some woman? I must imitate a woman. And, it's okay. Thank you very much.
Congrats. The next one will be, let's see. Ioana. I will read you. What is maybe you saw. Explain it. The worst. The worst. The ugliest, the worst, a total loss of time.
Movie for me. There is no worst.
Imagine you saw a worst movie. How could be the worst movie? You see?
Thriller or horror. I saw the movie The Bloody Valentine's Day. And I think before there is a comedy. But I saw that and I was with fear and I can't sleep in the night for 2 weeks. Every night I dream that movie and all the guys and the girl who saw that movie was that like me. And was bad. What was bad dream, was bad night for 2 weeks. In every night was in every day was like in the night, and that is what. Thank you.
I thought that at this topic because I saw a movie with an actor, a person, and a bear. The bear eat the person, and at the end, the bear was dying. And that was all the movie. 2 hours lost of my life. All right, the next one will be Cluj. All right. Which is your favorite movie? Alright, you think. And then convince us to not watch that movie because it's a horrible movie.
No. What I said, okay. What I said before, I like Forrest Gump. So, did you like this movie?
Yeah.
Yes. I will tell you the secret. The secret is deeply inside of the movie. If you will watch step by step the movie, you will see it's not real. You will see fake news. You will see this. You will see Forrest Gump nearby G.F. Kennedy, and he congratulates for his heroism in Vietnam. It's fake. Really, if you watch carefully, you will take focus with I don't know how it's magnify, you will see the real things. It's really a fake news. But also, it exists something else. He ran for a long distance, 2 or 3 years, and that wasn't real. It's just make a plateau in the industry, and they put a lot of things around, and he just running on the conveyor. That's really fake. It's amazing and distressing to take a look 2 hours and a half on this movie. It's really, sorry, I want to say something deep. So, let's think about this guy. It was also some interesting. he just go with the ship to fish shrimps. But if you take a look carefully, you will see are dead shrimps there. It's not really alive to be shrimps alive to catch it from the ocean. So I have many aspects to say. Don't see this movie because you will be upset. To the end of the movie, it's very static because the hero will stay on the bench and he just talk with someone. That's really ugly, for sure. Don't go to see this movie.
Okay.
Excuse me.
If you could open a cinema, how it could be? What you offer to a cinema?
So if I could open a cinema, I would open in my city because there are no cinemas there. Even if we are a quite small town, like 8,000 and 500 people, I wish I could open a cinema where people could watch movies. Unfortunately for us, there are no cities around that have cinemas. So how this cinema will be? Well, it will not sell popcorn, unfortunately, because I don't like the sound of popcorn during movies. It will sell something else, like, I don't know what we will sell. I know I will lose a lot of clients because of that. Yes. But it will be a cinema for snobs, for people who actually enjoy movies, don't go there for dates and so on. And don't go there to watch Transformers or any other movies that is not for people who enjoy movies, it's for people who enjoy explosions. So we will show there movies like obscure, like French obscure movies, like, I don't know, The Pianist. Have anyone seen The Pianist? The Pianist? Yes? Okay. And we will show there Korean movies, like Old Boy from Jang Woo Park, like The Handmaiden. And we will actually, maybe we'll, even Inception, even if that Inception is my favorite movie, which is a Hollywood movie, we will not show there any Hollywood movies because there are a lot of Hollywood cinemas who show Hollywood movies. We will only show movies that are obscure for people who like obscure movies. Okay, thank you.
I think it's a spy from East Movie Festival.
Take his ticket.
All right, and the last one is Valentin.
This one. Yes.
It's okay. What is your opinion about having the first day at the cinema, and what film would you choose?
I don't know what I always thought. I don't know what movie I would choose, but I will tell you an experience I had already at the movie, going with a girl that I wanted to be my girlfriend. So I chose the movie. It sounded great. That sounded romantic. I didn't really read what the movie was about. So I got there, and there was a lot of chainsawing and cutting and killing and dying there. So I was really afraid already. So I took her by the hand because I was really afraid and I didn't really want to watch the movie. So I said to myself, I have two options. I could either watch the movie and be afraid and scream like a girl. So I said not to scream. It would be better to kiss her, not to scream. So she would not feel my fear. It was really beautiful. So she felt the same, basically. It was really good for both of us. So we were kissing and there was like cutting and I found it really romantic. I would repeat that experience maybe, but I will take better underpants maybe next time.
This is personalized. Alright, now what's next? The contest. You can take your cell phones and you can choose from the guys you saw here, from the girls, the person who enjoyed you the most. Let's see another one, the participants. First one was Julia, Dragos, Florin, Ioana, Aline, and Valentin. On sleeve dog, you can choose the person who liked you the most. Thank you very much. This was my intervention. Let's see the rest of the meeting.
Thank you for the very interesting and challenging subject. Here is the end of the second part of our Toastmaster meeting, and we arrived at the third part, which are the evaluators. Without no further ado, I will invite, wait a second, so he is ready. Sebastian, please.
Now we're in the section of speech evaluations, and our first speech evaluator is Răzvan Farkas, who answered the question like this. My favorite movie is Requiem for a Dream, because it explores the what ifs of life and it shows how everything is what could have been. In your applause, Răzvan.
So first of all, I want to congratulate you, Ioana. You had your icebreaker in English, and that takes a lot of guts. As you all may know, Romanian is our native language, so congrats to Ioana for that. Now, in the following, I want to tell you two things that I really liked about your speech and one thing that you could improve. Of course, there are many more suggestions, but this being your first speech, I chose something simple and that can be immediately applied to your next speech. So, eye contact. Congratulations on that. Like, you had the paper, but I didn't feel like it was an obstacle or a barrier between your eyes and the public, because I felt watched at all times. I don't think watched was the proper word. Okay, and the second thing, it was humor. Like, you came here on the stage, you told us about the first one, and then you told us how you were the second one, the laughter one, and you immediately made everyone laugh. I don't know how you did that, but congratulations. That's a good element to connect with the audience and to impose yourself in front of them. Okay, yeah, those were three things that I really liked about your speech. I forgot about one. The last thing is was that you felt very relaxed on the stage. Like, I didn't feel you were nervous, and even with the paper, you used it really well. And now, the thing I want you to, I suggest you could improve at your next speech was the structure. Because I understand that you wanted to contrast the disaster that Chernobyl was with a really great event, your birth. right? Like that was the point. But I didn't feel like the connection between the structure of your speech. I didn't feel, it didn't feel clear where it started, like what was the start of the speech, the elements you had, and the conclusions. So I suggest in terms of delivering the message, next time you revise your structure a bit more so that everyone could understand what you're saying and what you want to deliver. Because it was the bomb, then the lady, then the second bomb, and some feelings there, and I myself, honestly, I got really confused. So, congratulations again. To sum up, keep up the eye contact, the humor, and keep up being relaxed on the stage. That's a really great thing. Don't think about being on the stage. And for your next speech, revise your structure. Good luck on your next speech. Thank you.
Our second speech evaluator is Dragoș Bilaniuc with the answer, the dictator would be a good call. In case you didn't try it yet and would like to, just be aware that some people may consider it a little inappropriate. Your applause, Dragoș. What can be measured can be achieved. The message that Peter has left us. Peter, can I call you Peter just for this? So Peter just gave us a speech with a very interesting title, Operational Metrics. Honestly, I expected you at some point to do the movie thing, metrics, but you didn't, so that's negative. But instead of doing the movie thing, he showed us how a very complex subject, such as operational metrics, can be actually quite easy to cope with the appropriate examples. And in that direction, you gave us 4 examples. You told us about how counting the absentees can help us predict the number of people that will leave at the end of the trimester, about overtime, how is the actual time minus expected time, and how it affected you. I found that really strong, that you gave us your personal example. You told us about the educational goals and your favorite discipline. Throughout all this, the message was really clear, and you told me to focus on how it is. So that was a good point. And some things I really liked about your speech is that you started with a bit of silence to grab the attention. I guess that was practice from all the time being president. And also in the beginning, you started with a little humor, which set up the atmosphere really nice. Telling us very straightforwardly that we have no choice but to listen. And what I also liked really much, and I think all of us could learn from Peter's speech this evening, is his structure. The famous someone that I can't remember once said that you should tell them what you will tell them, and then tell them what you just told them, to make sure that your message has really came across. And this is exactly what Peter did, and I really, really enjoyed it. That being said, being the speech with feedback evaluation number 1, you would also have to work on some things for the next speech. And in my opinion, those would be 3, actually. The first one would be to speak a little louder and slower. Like sometimes it was kind of hard to follow. You got into your own rhythm and you started, telling about several thoughts and so on, but I couldn't quite follow. And keep in mind, it was quite a heavy subject that we presented. At least that's what it seemed. The second thing is, I noticed that you kind of avoid eye contact. Looking in the ground, and when you look at the people, you don't actually look at the people, but you look kind of sideways. Try to concentrate more on actually spotting some people and, for a couple of seconds, looking them in the eye. And the last but not least is that you ended really abruptly. Like, I loved, as I said, your structure, and the fact that at the end you told us what you would like us to remain with. But you just, ended your speech and you just went up the stage and I was like, no, dude, don't go, I need to feel something, Make us feel something also.
your speeches tend to be very professional, and that is really, really good. But people understand things much better if they also feel what you're saying. Again. So in conclusion, great points were starting with silence and humor, and the structure of your speech. And the things you may want to work with is speaking louder and slower, eye contact, and yeah. Thank you so much.
Now it's time for our technical iterators to come and give us feedback. The first technical iterator is the A counter.
So I will begin my report with Petra as the president. I only heard 2 interjections from you. Toastmasters George, you had 3 leaning words and 9 interjections. Sebastian, you had 1 pause and I heard 2 leaning words. The grammarian Valentin, 1 pause and 5 interjections. Me as an A counter, 2 and now 4. Timer, Claudio, 2 interjections. And I will get to the speaker. First speaker, Ioana, you had 1 pause and I heard 2 leaning words and 9 interjections. The second speaker, Petre, 1 pause, 5 leaning words and 8 interjections. The first evaluator, Răzvan, you had 6 interjections. And the second evaluator, Dragos, you had 3 interjections. And then the table topics, first speaker, Julia, 3 leaning words and 5 interjections. Dragos, Florin, 4 leaning words and 7 interjections. Ioana, 1 pause, 6 leaning words and 2 interjections. Claudio, only 2 interjections. Aline, 1 pause and 4 interjections. And Valentin, nothing. Congrats everyone. Nice to meet you.
Our second technical evaluator for the night is the grammarian.
I've written some things here. A lot of them I don't understand what I've written, but I'll manage. I'll try to manage. So first one up is eager. I really enjoyed some of your expressions. You started out with you started your speech with the following: deep dive in a couple of examples. Really nice. And we have the tendency to reinvent the wheel every time. That is also nice use of English. I found only 1 mistake. I think it's from not being attentive. I found your English really fluent. So at one moment you said, I will choose would be, but it was really small, so I will not even count it. Okay. Next on was the Toastmaster of the evening, George. George, you had a really fluent English. I love the way you broke the rhythm sometimes, so you made us feel attentive. I didn't really find mistakes, except for 1. It was at the beginning. It was on the topic of snorting cocaine from prostitute ass. You forgot from prostitute ass. That was the only mistake I found. So moving on, general evaluator. I really enjoyed one expression. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. Really, really nice. I didn't really find mistakes. A counter had a really nice job today. No mistakes whatsoever. Timer. This is a mistake that I saw a lot of times. The is forgotten in the speaking. So a lot of times for prepared speeches, for the prepared speeches, these mistakes I saw at more people I will say it at the end. Another mistake I saw, when is less than a minute, when 1 minute is less. This would be a better way of saying it. Okay. Moving on to the first speaker. I found a couple of mistakes. I will note them. I will highlight them. What even was in 1986? What was even in 19? What happened in 1986 would be better. The way the words are one after the other, I don't find it really good. Today everybody talk about Chernobyl, talks about Chernobyl is a little way of saying it. She went on and on about the motive, the topic or the subject. It was about the subject, not really about the motive in that expression. Joanna? Yeah. Sorry. I was looking for it. I didn't find it. Okay. If our body take impact negative, if our body would take negative impact, would be a better way of saying this sentence. That's about it. The second speaker, Petre, I've talked about you already. Okay, moving on. So, table topics master. I would, I think you should be more attentive at the verbal times when you're using them. Because a lot of times I found you were using present perfect instead of past perfect. So it was on the present, even though actions were happening in the past. I'll give you some better ways. At one moment you said the total loss of time, total this sentence. I'm writing really bad, so I'll try to make it up. I don't let you look the topic. I don't let you see the topic. I look at the topic. I'll give you an idea. You have to, I will really fast it, so okay. As the first speaker, Julia. Julia, okay. Really enjoyed your English, really British. It was really nice. Going to the cinema, you forgot the, you say going to cinema, and begin to touch me. It was in the past action, so he began to touch me. We're talking about the past in that particular time. Okay. Dragos was not here, so I will move on. Florin, I really enjoyed There Is a Bomb. That was really good. I didn't really find mistakes. Joanna, I was with fear. I was fearful. That would be a better way of saying it. Okay, moving on to Roland Nemes, the fifth speaker. I really enjoyed when you said, sorry, I wanted to say something deep. I'm seeing that I'm on the road, so I'll finish.
And now, our last technical evaluator is the time, Cluj.
With my report, and I want to congratulate the following speaker who was in the time with the speeches, and the person is Răzvan, Corina, Dragos, Florin, Ioana, Valentin. Valentin is not like a grammarian, like as a
participants for the
yeah,
technical
okay,
topics.
yes, perfect. So I will say something, I will put the name and a little time, and after that use time. So Ioana was 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Petre Guriales, 7 minutes, 8 minutes 49. Răzvan Farcaș, 3 minutes, 2 minutes 56. Dragos Bilaniuk, 3 minutes 51. Corina Rus, 2 minutes, 1 minute 48. Valentin Vashavi, 5 minutes 45. Sebastian will be, okay. Dragos, 2 minutes, 1 minute 26. Julia, 2 minutes 40. Florin, 2 minutes, 1 minute 50. Luana, 2 minutes, 1 minute 30. Aline, 2 minutes 09. Valentin, 2 minutes, 1 minute 15. And I finished after 1 minute 39. Please.
And now it's time for the final evaluator, me, to evaluate the whole meeting. Now, the meeting started on time. It was the meeting was prepared, the banner was in place. I observed that most of the people didn't have badges, including myself. Counter example. Now, there were a few annoying interruptions. I heard one time the phone, some audience comments, and there was an issue with the camera. It wasn't set up on time, so it started recording after the president introduction. So pay attention to punctuality. Now, the president, former president, introduction. He kept the meeting order. He greeted and introduced the guests, was friendly, and he presented the club mission. The Toastmaster presented, managed the transition between the meeting section and the speeches with, in a very good way, and created a really friendly atmosphere. He has good eye contact, engaged with the audience, and presented the meeting structure. The table topics master had a very creative way to present the section with the stars, relevant with the theme, and he had good and interesting topics and had a positive attitude. Now, the speech evaluators were done. I want to congratulate you first for being in time. I see very few speech evaluators who manage this speech, so congratulations. He had a great way to offer feedback, 2 things or 3 things you liked, and 1 thing that could be improved. You had eye contact with Jana, and it looked like you had a conversation with her. Now, the second speech evaluator, I like your funny body language and the way you anyway. I liked his body language and the funny remark he made. I like that he also addressed the audience. He showed what could be improved and had a good eye contact. And when he gave feedback to Petru, for example, with the eye contact, he gave an example and he looked in the ground, trying to show what was on and how it could be improved. Now the A count. He explained the role well, short and concise. And she looked at everyone, each person, and gave feedback. And also, she chose the role 2 weeks prior to the meeting, and that denotes commitment and responsibility. And I urge every member to do the same. Grammarian, good choice of the word, very nice explained by the Caligula example, and gave detailed feedback. And I have a little suggestion. Perhaps you can change the word mistake with places for improvement. And timer, you presented the cards and explained the time constraints for each role. And you congratulated the people who managed their time well. Congratulations. And as final remark, I want to thank everyone who was involved in the meeting. We're all cogs in the Toastmasters machine, but without a single cog, this meeting wouldn't have taken place. Thank you.
Thank you, Sebastian. So that was our meeting, almost. We have an announcement. The winner of the table topic session is Julia. Please tell us how it was to win. This is the first time.
To win is superb forever.
Excellent.
But I would like to confess that my focus coming here and choosing to have such a speech. So my objective was to focus on the structure. I'm not content on the structure. But anyway, the subject was bold for me. Thank you. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was our Toastmaster meeting. I will invite our president, ex-president, former president, Peter.
Here are we at the last, hopefully, my last meeting in front of this president or former president. How did you find the meeting?
Interesting.
Okay. Interesting. It's a good word. We like it. Something else. How did you find it? Yes.
Personally, I thought it was cheerful.
Sure.
Yeah, I laughed a lot. The speeches were pretty funny, I'd say, some of them.
So.
Yeah. Well, the focus of some of the speeches was deep.
Do you think you would come back to another session?
And betray my friend back at office.
I would like, traitors. Here we are, very.
Perhaps I will. I think I will.
Okay, thank you. So, if you like the session, and I think you should give a big round of applause to the organizers. It's not easy to prepare a meeting, and those of you who did it in the past already know that. So, a big round of applause for you, and congratulations, you did a great job. That being said, I think I have some announcements, and I think we need some roles for the next session. And for that, I will switch to main because it's easier, of course. And let me just find the roles. Is there someone in the public who can help me with noting down the roles? So, in our next session, we have the following roles available. I'm speaking for the members now. Ok, cine și-ar dori să fie evaluator general din ședință în limba română? Eu limba nativă, dacă n-ați observat. Este cineva care și-ar dori rolul de evaluator general. Rolul lui de astăzi. Ei, Iacob. Mulțumesc. Tabletop master.
Yes.
Are you sure? Ia, ești Toastmaster. Ești Toastmaster.
Da.
Bine,
După.
Ok, de nou, perfect. So, am văzut două mâini ridicate, Ioana și Răzvan.
Da.
Se poate orice în viață. Ok, Ioana. Ioana. Așa. Ok. Avem nevoie de cronometror. Este cineva care și-ar dori să fie cronometror. Este cineva aici care și-ar dori să fie cronometror. Ok. Numărător de euro. Este cineva care vrea să exerseze frumoasa noastră matematică. Doar trebuie să numărați. Și foarte puțin. Răzvan. Deocamdată nu avem vorbitor, deci nu putem avea evaluator de discurs. Este cineva care și-ar dori evaluator al limbajului cod. Și-ar dori cineva rolul ăsta. Se poate. Ok, ăsta fiind un rol opțional, putem trece peste el și o să merg direct la anunțul administrativ. Și o să vă spun că, dacă le găsesc, pentru membri, vești foarte bune. Se pare că cei de la Toastmasters s-au gândit la noi și ne-au făcut disponibile detaliile materialelor pentru tot path-ul pe care l-am ales. Deci, începând de câteva zile, puteți să intrați pe toastmasters.org și să vedeți exact toate materialele din path-ul vostru. Cred că e o oportunitate bună să vedeți ce vă așteaptă și să vă faceți planul cum să vă atingeți subiectele cât mai repede și cât mai departe. Următorul anunț este legat de faptul că ședința este filmată și fotografiată cu rol educativ. Și mi se spune aici că dacă nu vreți să fiți vedete, puteți să vorbiți cu echipa de PR. Este cineva care nu vrea să fie vedetă la ședința asta? Poți să vorbești cu Răzvan acolo, care este foarte de ajutor și te poate scoate de pe filmare. Mulțumim! Miercuri, 25, adică mâine, de la ora 6 seara, la Cinema Mărăști, există sau este gala 5MS. Vom avea și 3 participanți la această gală care vor vorbi din membrii ai clubului și aceștia sunt Sedi Boancă, Dragoș Pilaniuc și Ildi Bar. Totodată, ToastmastersCluj va fi prezent cu o serie de evaluatori. Juriul este format în parte de membri din public și ToastmastersCluj. ToastmastersCluj va fi acolo. Să fim foarte și foarte corect cu toți. Ideea este că vă invităm să mergeți la eveniment, să-i vedeți pe toți, să vedeți discursuri faine și un eveniment foarte bun. Da, și ultimul anunț este că vineri, adică în 27, vă invităm la o piesă de teatru pe care nu știu exact cum se numește, Tisbe și Piran. Tisbe și Piran. Care va fi jucată de 2 colegi de noștri, Elena și Ovidiu. Intrarea este liberă, deci puteți să mergeți fără nicio grijă. Nu zice unde, dar ultima dată, cred că a fost undeva la cineva Dacia.
Da, cineva Dacia.
La cineva Dacia, cred că a fost. Este o piesă foarte faină, iar colegii noștri joacă extrem. Cam astea sunt anunțurile din această seară. Nu știu dacă se mai practică ideea să mergem la Marti pentru poveste. Dacă se mai practică mai drag, haideți să mergem acolo. Declar ședința închisă. Mulțumesc!